Hello my fellow GameMelters, Valentin here, and today I bring you another Android gem. The game we have before us is called Dan the Man, and I had to force myself to stop playing it so I can make this video. Dan the Man originally started off as a web series of short animations about the protagonist in a side-scrolling hack-and-slash platformer game. The series tells the story of Dan, who has to fight the evil corporation that abducted his girlfriend and forced her to run on a treadmill in order to produce electricity for them. Evil indeed. The game actually continues this series and plays the role of stage number 8, the last battle between Dan and his nemesis, the greedy douchebag king. As usual, the magical journey of game melting begins with the graphics and sounds of the game first, before moving on to its gameplay. When I first started playing this game, I was amazed by the amount of detail that went into it in terms of visuals. Dan the Man probably has the most detailed environment I have seen in a game of this type. We're not talking about fancy 2.5 dimensional worlds like Trine. Think about more old school goodness like the original Contra games or TMNT. Every level feels different, and even though tons of elements and assets are used multiple times throughout the game, they are used wisely, and you can see the variety in terms of world design. Environments in this game vary from open fields to ancient castles, dungeons and medieval towns. As you progress through the levels, everything gets darker, giving you the feeling that you are getting closer to the dragon's den. That obviously is a metaphor, as dragons in this game are actually good. One of them was even imprisoned by the evil king to provide power for his steam engine. Logic. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that this game looks good. Animation of both the main characters and the NPCs are also nice and fit the overall comic aesthetic. I say characters because you can choose between different ones. They not only look and sound differently, but they also have different sets of skills. Next up is sound and music. The main character, Dan, seems to be the biggest fan of Bruce Lee, both in fighting style and fighting sounds. Every time he hits something, he will give out an exaggerated shout that sounds like it came out of a movie titled Tiger and Dragon or something of that sort. However, those fit perfectly in the overall wackiness of the world around him. Your enemies range from bloodthirsty police dogs to actual law enforcement officers with ancient Roman helmets. Logic. Constant action on the screen means that you will be hearing plenty of those, but I personally got used to them and would say that they make this game so much better. The background music is a fast electronic track, bringing a sense of action and nostalgia in the same time. Whoever made this certainly knows what they're doing. Next up, as you should know by now, is gameplay. As mentioned earlier, you take control of Dan the Man himself. It is your duty now to punch, kick, shoot, grab, throw, uppercut and otherwise send out of commission a massive horde of enemies while trying to free this world from the tyranny of the evil king. The game combines plenty of fighting with some platforming, and although I can't say there is anything particularly new in here, it all feels amazingly well done. Probably the weakest point of the gameplay are the bosses. Boss fights feel repetitive and needlessly hard. It didn't take too much skill to defeat the bosses, just doing more and more of the same thing. Luckily, you don't encounter them all that often, so you have plenty of time to actually enjoy the game itself. Apart from the story mode, Dan the Man has two other modes, daily challenges and battle. The first one is a series of levels with different objectives, a new one coming out every day. After completing 6 of them, you get a reward which can be anything from gold to new characters and power-ups. In the battle mode, you need to take care of all the enemies within the given time limit. It is easy for the first ones, but gets more challenging as you get further. The time has come to have a look at everyone's favorite part of any game, its monetization model. Dan the Man has both in-app purchases and advertisements, but you can pay $2.29 to get rid of the latter. As I said before, upgrades are bought with gold, and this is the main thing you can spend cash on, with prices going up to £40. That sounds ludicrous at first, but given the fact that you don't actually need upgrades that badly and that you can get the gold yourself, I would say they are fair. You can also spend some cash and buy new characters, but again, those are not mandatory for your good performance, so whatever. If it's still not clear to you, Dan the Man is an amazing game. Plenty of content, plenty of variety, and most important, plenty of quality. Graphics, sounds and gameplay are all up to a high standard, and this game offers premium entertainment. Combine all that with the fact that it's free and you can easily have one of the best games this month. Go ahead, give it a try and leave a review on the Play Store if you like it. It is up to all of us to be the curators of that store if we actually want to see good games rise to the top of its lists. That was everything from me for today, guys. As usual, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe. If you didn't, please be notified that no one really cares. Leave any comments, ideas, suggestions or praises that you have in the section below. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.